All right, what's up locals? My name is Ryan and we recently watched a video on Iceberg TV's channel. If you haven't checked it out, it's definitely a must as a disc golf fan. He's always reporting on recent news and just this season he seems to be getting out for some mic'd up rounds and testing out some discs and just doing more content throwing, and we're seeing him in front of the camera more than, and we love that. I'm a big fan of Iceberg, so recently we saw a video from Iceberg TV where he tested out a 130-ish gram G-Star Mamba. And it got us a little bit curious and figured today we would come out. We managed to get one from our local shop. Shout out to Limber Disc Golf for having a 137, let's be clear, 137 gram G-Star Mamba to test out. If you don't know the Mamba, it is a 11.6 minus 5.1. What an amazing introductory disc to get you into an 11 speed. If you are newer to disc golf, this could be a great disc. If you like, you've got your fairways and you're feeling pretty good with them, this could be that sort of step up disc. It could be a great roller disc. Definitely some versatility in this. And when he did his video, I think he even claimed he was probably going to bag that disc. That someone, a viewer of his channel, had sent him 2 of them. I will leave the link down in the description or leave the card maybe up here, I think. Somewhere. I always get confused. Anyway, sent him a couple, and I think it was actually green as well, so this is rather accurate. We're going to throw this a few times and get our take. We're at elevation here. We're in the mountains, or not quite in the mountains, but close to the mountains. So we're quite a bit above sea level. And that is obviously going to affect stability a little bit. As I started to mention there before I jumped over to elevation, I don't probably have the arm that he does. I don't know exactly how far he throws. Iceberg, how far do you throw? Let us know. Maybe in the comments. I'm sort of anywhere between 290, 330, 340, something like that on average. So I know he was, doing these really nice hyzer flips, turning over and just bombing this disc. So let's see if that's the case for us. I'm gonna just have a few throws out here tonight. Yeah, like that's what I think it should do, which is like a massive turnover. It actually did fight out at the end. Not sure if the camera was able to pick that up, but that actually did fight out right at the end. That did not turn into a roller. I know initially that flight looked like it was gonna roll. Totally looked like it was gonna roll. I'll try to hyzer flip this one just a little bit. Oh yeah, and it still fights out. I mean, that's a beautiful flight. I mean, he's onto something here, and it's funny because we're just working on a video right now that's talking about, we were talking about the weight of discs, because there seems to be this, I don't know, thing with disc golf where a lot of guys are insisting upon max weight because pros use max weight. But the thing to remember is we're not pros, right? We're amateurs, and someone just commented on one of my videos recently, kind of saying, your throw's not consistent enough to be doing reviews. And personally, that's exactly why I'm doing reviews, because the average player isn't that consistent, right? We are 250, 300 foot throwers that when that new disc comes out and you want to see how that thing flies, well, you want to see how the average person throws that disc too, right? Here we are. I mean, that's gotta be 350. I can't say for sure, but it's definitely close. That's pretty close to my max distance. And it was probably 80 to 90% on a hyzer flip. Gentle hyzer, not crazy. I prefer to release fairly level most of the time, but huge shout out to Iceberg, and shout out to the person that recommended the 137 disc.
From Doug in Ohio.
One thing is you got to be considerate obviously of wind. This is not a great headwind disc, obviously. It could work well in tailwind. Being close to mountains where we're located here, this is a touchy disc, and obviously on a very calm night like tonight, it's kind of why I came out. It's like getting dark, but I could feel that it was calm tonight, and I just thought, you know what, I want to get out and throw this thing because I've had it for a little bit and I've been kind of keen to get out and do this review. So yeah, I mean, it did turn over and it did fight out. One of the things that Iceberg did mention in his video, which I thought was fantastic, was the lightweight element of this disc is going to make it super flippy. It's going to make it less torque resistant, meaning it's going to want to turn over more. You've got an understably designed disc that's lightweight, so you've got like a double factor that's contributing to that disc wanting to turn over in that situation. But because that disc is so light, it's going to lose its speed faster. It's not going to have that momentum carry. And anyway, from everything we've done so far, you know, shout out to Iceberg for making that video. Kind of a quirky one, taking like probably their most understable distance driver in the lightest weight you can pretty much find. And you'd think that that would be a disastrous disc, but for someone that doesn't have the strength to throw at full speed, or, you know, people that aren't getting like that much distance, but they want to try to maximize that, or if you want to explore, you know, either like a turnover line or learn how to throw like a flip up shot where you can flip to flat, this disc has got some things going for it. So if you like content like this where we kind of respond to someone else's video, definitely leave us a comment down below, as we had a little bit of fun with this one. Not only am I a content creator, but I'm a fan of content. I love watching, you know, all of the different channels that are making content right now. Big fan of where Iceberg's going. I love seeing like some of these disc reviews. Seems like he's still sticking with his news, you know, covering stories as they happen. So we love to follow his channel as well. So shout out to Iceberg. We'll leave a link to his channel down below as well. As always, this is local. We are local.